Imagine 1,000 jujutsu sorcerers scattered across 10 colonies all over Japan, all fighting each other like it's a damn battle royale, except there's no goal. Or, well, there is a goal, actually, and that's the whole reason I'm making this video. A lot of people got lost during the Culling Game chapters. They don't know who's going where, who's with who's against who, new characters popping up, insane techniques showing up out of nowhere. So I'm here today to make things a bit easier for you and clear the picture. The Culling Game is basically a ritual, not just a regular fight. Its real purpose is to gather an insane amount of cursed energy to cover all of Japan. Each of the 10 colonies is surrounded by powerful barriers, and anyone who enters becomes a player automatically and can't leave. The game works on a point system. Kill a player, you get points. Sorcerers and cursed spirits are worth 5 points. Normal humans are worth 1 point. I'll break the rules down in detail in a bit. So you're probably thinking a very obvious question right now. Who the hell is behind this game? Who designed this mess? What does he gain from making people kill each other for no reason? Well, the guy behind this massacre is the same guy behind the previous one, the source of all the chaos in Jujutsu Kaisen, Kenjaku. Kenjaku planned this game over centuries. He set it up using a bunch of binding vows, so the game basically became its own master. Yeah. You heard that right. Kenjaku isn't even the game master, meaning even if he dies, the game keeps going and it'll still achieve its goal of collecting cursed energy. But why the hell collect that much cursed energy? The terrifying goal behind all of this is to prepare humanity to be merged with Master Tengen. Kenjaku wants to evolve humanity to the next stage by merging every human in Japan with Tengen, who became a transcended being. Once humans merge with him, the result would be a giant cursed spirit powered by millions of humans. Kenjaku is extremely curious and wants to see what the final result would look like. To do that, he needs chaos. Chaos even he can't control. And that's exactly what the Culling Game provides. Yeah, the game is chaotic as hell, and its purpose is literally to spread chaos. But its rules are insanely organized, built to maintain chaos, even amplify it. Genius contradiction from Gege. The game has 8 brutal rules. 1. After your cursed technique awakens, you must declare your participation within 19 days in any colony you choose. 2. Anyone who breaks Rule 1 gets their cursed technique removed, which will most likely kill them because their brain won't handle it. 3. Any normal person, non-player, who enters a colony's barrier becomes a player instantly. 4. Players gain points only by killing other players. Literally battle royale. 5. Points determine the value of a player's life. Sorcerers equals 5 points. Normal humans equals 1 point. 6. Once a player reaches 100 points, they can add a new rule. 7. The game master must approve any new rule as long as it doesn't fundamentally change the game long-term or stop the killing. 8. If a player's points stay the same for 19 days, their cursed technique gets removed. Basically, they die. Rule 8 makes the game brutal. Even if you survive a fight or 2 or even 3, you still need to kill at least once every 19 days or you die. This guarantees endless violence. The Culling Game has 2 main types of players. The first type is the ancient sorcerers from the Heian era, revived by Kenjaku, who made binding contracts with them in the past to bring them back in modern bodies, like Ryu, Takaguro, Kashimo, Dhruv Lakdawala. Second type is the normal modern humans, whose brains were modified by Kenjaku using idle transfiguration, awakening cursed techniques in them, like Higuruma and Takaba. Third is our main squad, of course. Tons of new characters show up in this arc, but I want to focus on 2 of the most important ones, Takaba and Higuruma. Higuruma became one of the most beloved characters in this arc, not because he's a lawyer, not because his technique is terrifying, not because he looks cool as hell, but because of his amazing decisions and growth in the few chapters since he appeared. Higuruma was originally a lawyer who took on impossible cases to defend people falsely accused. After awakening his cursed technique, he mastered domain expansion in just 2 weeks, which is insane. His technique fits his personality perfectly. It creates a fair trial. Judgment knows the full truth of any crime the opponent committed but doesn't tell Higuruma. The trial depends on their debate. No violence is allowed in the domain. Inside the courtroom, the defendant is judged purely based on the arguments they present. They have three options: stay silent, confess, or deny. Higuruma then counters with whatever evidence judgment gives him. If you're found guilty, you get one of two punishments: confiscation. Your curse technique is taken from you temporarily, leaving you wide open. Death sentence. If the crime is severe, Higuruma gets the executioner's sword. One hit equals instant death, no matter who you are. When Yuji first met Higuruma, Higuruma wanted to kill him with the death sentence. But Yuji's genuine remorse moved him, and he canceled the domain and gave Yuji his 100 points, joining the team after. Then we've got Takaba, a 35-year-old failed comedian, but with a technique that is logically the strongest ability in all of Jujutsu Kaisen. Yeah, you heard me. And that's not even my words. Gege himself said Takaba's ability can bypass Gojo Satoru's infinity. His technique is simple, but terrifying. Anything Takaba finds funny becomes real. Doesn't matter what it is. Objects, situations, even healing from deadly injuries. In his fight with Hazenoki, Takaba healed himself without reverse curse technique, something we'd literally never seen before. But here's the twist. Takaba has zero clue how broken his technique is. His true power was revealed when he fought Kenjaku. Takaba made all of Kenjaku's attacks useless, slapped random clothes and text on him, and even killed a special braid-cursed spirit by running it over with a truck. The only weakness is that Takaba must stay confident in himself as a comedian. When Kenjaku insulted one of his jokes, his confidence cracked, and the technique stopped for a bit. But Takaba bounced back and continued the fight, teaming up with Yuta to win. Since we mentioned Yuta, what were the main characters even trying to do in the Culling Game? Let's go one by one. Megumi. His main goal is to save his sister Tsumiki, who is forced into the game by Kenjaku. Yuji wants to save the people forced to participate and stop Kenjaku's plan. After Shibuya's chaos, he feels personally responsible and wants to fix whatever he can. Yuta entered the Sendai colony with a clear plan: gather as many points as possible and collect intel before the others enter the remaining colonies, so he could add new roles to protect players and civilians. Maki has her own mission: to destroy the corrupt Zenin clan after Mai's death. She became a living weapon like Toji, wiped out nearly the entire clan, then joined the heroes to stop Kenjaku and protect innocent people. And there she ran into that son of a Iowa again, and we all know how that ended. All their goals seem separate, but they're all tied under one main mission: free Gojo Satoru, the only one capable of stopping the chaos and defeating Kenjaku and then Sukuna. The team split into different colonies. Yuta went to Sendai. Yuji and Megumi entered Tokyo Colony 1, and Hikari fought Kashino. Each of them had to win brutal fights and gather points fast. The key part of the plan was freeing Gojo, but freeing Gojo required Angel's technique, which made everything harder. The team needed to find her, convince her to help, and survive all the ancient sorcerers around them. The Culling Game was a real test of strength and intelligence for our squad, and a chance for incredible new characters to shine. This arc is one of the hypest arcs in Jujutsu Kaisen, full of insane fights, weird and powerful techniques, and I honestly can't wait for Season 3 to see how Mappa adapts this madness. So yeah, that's the Culling Game, explained with the most important characters in a quick way. I didn't go deep into every detail because the video would be like 30 minutes long. The Culling Game is honestly just as strong as Shibuya, an arc perfectly crafted by Kenjaku to complete his final mission. And if you want to actually understand how Kenjaku thinks, what goes on in that psycho's head, and what his 1,000-year journey was like, go watch this video because I explained literally everything about him.